And for visual description purposes, I'm a white woman in my 30s wearing a colourful t-shirt, dungarees, and I'm sat in my office with a kind of beige background. Thank you for joining us for the final event in our program, Crip Resistance, Holding Space, Building Community, a collaboration between Resting Up Collective and Art Gallery. So since February, we've been holding space online to explore disabled, sick, mad, Crip forms of resistance and remote community care. And over the past few months, we've shared space through creative workshops, performances, talks, and screenings. We also curated a collection of books for the Birmingham Resistance Library, and we're currently producing a publication that documents and expands on the themes of the programme. So this is the final event. So I just quickly wanted to say a massive thank you to Aisha from Art Gallery, who instigated all of this and, brought it into being. And now on to tonight's event, Braidings. Braidings brings together long-term musical and literary collaborators Cian Lester, Miss Jacqui and Jamie Hale in an interwoven night of songs and poetry. This richly textured show combines original and unheard music, spoken word, and poetry with covers and reimaginations of work by the disabled, Black, queer, and trans ancestors that sustain us. Braidings is an evening to uphold and acknowledge, to uplift, inspire, and reclaim power. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce three creative powerhouses: poet, performer, and director Jamie Hale, singer, songwriter, and author Cian Lester, and poet and songwriter Miss Jacqui. Thank you so much for being a part of this program, and over to the three of you.
After James Baldwin, letter from a region in my mind. And I began to feel in the boys a curious, weary, bewildered despair, as though they were now settling in for the long, hard winter of life. I did not know then what it was that I was reacting to, but I put it to myself that they were letting themselves go. And I began to feel.
I had not felt before, not like this. A wave broke inside me, and desire was free to erupt, force itself onto my face. The world could see I, urging my want to hide.
In the boys, a curious, weary, bewildered despair.
There is nothing here for us, only gardens with neat hedges against which I push and pushed, kiss and kissed, touch and touched, guilt blankets me, numbness, fear, despair.
As though they were now settling in for the long, hard winter of life.
Come away with me. This is not for you. The soaring city calls to you. People like us are real, away from shame. Boys give desire its chance. We can escape. I, you, we become a man elsewhere together.
I did not know then what it was that I was reacting to.
No words for this feeling, except to ask, is it sin? I do not believe this is sin, but guilty men build lies on lies. Do I? I do not wish lust to shake me, to divide me.
I put it to myself that they were letting themselves go.
In the city, if they were choked with booze and drugs, if we could be men coming closer together, we are wordless, our reaching hands at bars. I had a choice, holding back or letting go. My love, desire, lust,
It's the long hour after midnight, and I don't know what to do. And you said, hey, tell me what's hurting you. I'm never easy when I'm feeling powerless. Admitting that is something new, so I said, tell me, can I lean on you? Because I'm scared to see this through. Tomorrow is mine to prove, but I want it to be with you. I never thought I'd have the need to yield to this. Working on my own was what I knew, but I'm tired, I'm scared, I need something new. I put my trust in my fellow travelers, though that's sometimes hard to do. I need time, I need to lean on you, because I'm scared to see this through. Tomorrow is mine to prove, but I want it to be with you. I'm never easy when I'm feeling powerless. There's a power in that feeling too. I can be tired and scared and build something new. I put my trust in my fellow travelers, though that's sometimes hard to do. I need time to build my faith in you, because I'm scared to see this through. Tomorrow is mine to prove, but I want it to be with you, because I'm scared to see this through. Tomorrow is mine to prove, but I want it to be with you. Late afternoon, the end of the sessions, the judge retired to his rooms, nodding from sleep and a quarter of whiskey, at ease in the gathering gloom. He startled awake at the sound of a footstep behind him. Who is it? He cried, then stiffened in fear at the touch of a pistol. With it pressed to his head, she replied, they used to call me Mercy. They took my measure wrong. It suited me before you met me, but then it didn't last long. You said the truth would save me. You said my truth was wrong. So what's the use of begging for mercy when it's your fault that she's gone? At the sound of her voice, he started to tremble. shudders betrayed him. Just doing your job, she inquired. You said boys will be boys. You said that I liked it and laughed when you called me a liar. They used to call me Mercy. They took my measure wrong. It suited me before you met me, but then it didn't last long. You said the truth would save me. You said my truth was wrong. So what's the use of begging for mercy when it's your fault that she's gone? The first of her bullets drove home in his belly. The second and third in his side. Finish it quick. He choked in his weeping. She didn't reply. As the hours bled away, his vision grew darker. Watching her, watching him die. And the last thing he knew was the rasp of her whisper and the clear look of peace in her eyes. They used to call me Mercy. They took my measure wrong. It suited me before you met me, but then it didn't last long. You said the truth would save me. You said my truth was wrong. So what's the use of begging for mercy when it's your fault that she's gone?
I will no longer set self on fire just to keep you warm. Just to keep you warm. I never loved the smell of gasoline, so the idea of throwing it all over me, setting myself alight just to get your attention, isn't appealing anymore. What happens when you turn yourself into kindling to keep everyone else happy? I am not firewood. I cannot cut myself down over and over again. I am tired of being told that my light isn't radiating bright enough for you to see it. Feel it. Has it ever occurred to you that I have been fanning my own flames, sending up flares, because all I was asking for was help? I have burnt myself too many times in the hopes that you notice this inferno of hurt right in front of you. I will no longer set self on fire just to keep you warm, just to keep you warm. When you say small things do not matter, I'm guessing you've never witnessed a spark start a wildfire. They say where there is smoke, there must be fire, but who started the flame in the first place? I am exhausted at the thought that you tried to extinguish my spark for yourself. I can't sacrifice this body for someone who would not offer me a match in comparison to the blaze that I am creating for the world. Did you know that a flame burns brightest just before it goes out? They tried to keep me hidden. What they didn't know is fire burns brighter in the darkness. So watch me combust or ignite. Either way, something needs to change. I will no longer set self on fire just to keep you warm, just to keep you warm. I will no longer set self on fire. There's always rebellion before freedom. There's always rebellion before freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. We don't know what true freedom is. We take it for granted until it is taken away from us. We think that we are free, but in reality we are still treated as slaves, just with different masters' names. We went from the potential to rule to underachieving, under oppression, working hard under someone who doesn't even know your name. We need to believe in our own ability to make change. Rebellion is doing what you want, even if it means you might shift people out of their comfort zone. Who knows, you might move yourself. I have had to rebel, mainly out of necessity, forced to look at life from a different perspective, because the world likes to remind me that it is not designed for my blackness, for my womanhood, for my disability, but partly because it is built into my DNA. My ancestors knew that rebellion came with consequences. I rebel frequently, knowing that being free is worth the consequences. Like standing too close to the sun, at least for a moment. I felt its warmth. I believe in a dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Exist on your own terms. If you are going to be a rebel, then do it with a purpose. We yearn for freedom. As soon as we are placed in a box, we want to break out. Not knowing that we have been confined to a system that likes to show us colouring and the lines look like. We need to learn to liberate ourselves like dandelions with just enough of a breeze. I know that I need to be free. There's always rebellion before Keep that same energy. I don't need it. Keep that negativity. I don't need it. Keep it far away from me. I don't need it. You can keep that same energy. Your energy is currency. Invest it wisely. My energy gives off wealthy. I do not choose to surround myself with poor thoughts of what could have or should have happened. Purpose speaks louder than words. To know that even when I don't utter a syllable, I use my attitude to change the room positively. Be the mood you want to attract. Energy goes where intentions guide. Be around energy that loves to see you grow rather than drains you. Keep that same energy. I don't need it. Keep that negativity. I don't need it. Keep it far away from me. I don't need it. You can keep that same energy. Good energy is contagiously bad vibes where you find them. Don't give away your spoons just because they want you to. Let peace be your priority. Protect your essence at all costs. Throw positive energy like confetti at your favorite party. Bad vibes never match anything in the closets anyways. Choose kindness, laugh often. Go where your energy is reciprocated, even celebrated, in fact, appreciated. Keep that same energy. I don't need it. Keep that negativity. I don't need it. Keep it far away from me. I don't need it. You can keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. I don't need it. Keep that negativity. I don't need it. Keep it far away from me. I don't need it. You can keep that same energy.
Full of light. We looked at the stars and you told me that space is full of light. I didn't believe you. How could I, when I am a cold, dark, empty calling to the lonely places? But then I saw the photo, galaxies on galaxies, and all are made of these gleaming suns. Love is the light that fills the universe, burns holes through the dark fabric of the night, bathes my skin in delight every day. We are together, and even if it seems that dark surrounds us, we don't know where to look, so we think we only see vacant spaces between the stars. Light is powerful enough to burn, like being in love, or grief, or those holy moments, like when you taught me that space, like love, is full of light. Things I didn't know I loved, after Nazim Hikmet. It's 2022, mid-September, and the autumn is crumbling in. I didn't know I liked the autumn, but after the blazing heat, is it possible to love the cold? I don't know. It feels like the world is broken and I cannot mend things. I know I love the multi-tool I was given for my 18th, though it could neither fix nor end that long relationship. Its weight tells me, yes, grief is sharp. It will not end the trauma, the sea, the heat. I didn't know that I loved every season for itself. I knew that I loved nature in the way that only a country child can pick each fruit, eat yew berries, spit out the poisoned seed. I knew that I loved nature in the way that only a city adult enjoys the silence for a short time, not forever. I didn't know then that most of the things I would love, like winter storms or my St. Christopher's medal, come from a part-formed memory. That part of the inheritance of love is to always be asking why and hearing no answer, to always be reminded that the world is temporary. I didn't think I would fall in love. I didn't think I would lend her my hoodie one cold, wet day when I went outside to smoke, only for her to keep it, not just for minutes, but a decade. Then she returned it to me, stained, old, softer than ever, smelling of her.
You look like a perfect fit for a girl in need of a turn like kiss. But can you save me? Come on and save me. If you could save me from the ranks of the freaks who suspect they will never love anyone. 'Cause I can tell you know what it's like. The long farewell of the hunger strike. But can you save me? Come on and save me. If you could save me from the ranks of the freaks who suspect they will never love anyone. You struck me dumb like radium, like Peter Pan or Superman. You will come to save me. Why don't you save me? If you could save me from the ranks of the freaks who suspect they will never love anyone. Yes, the freaks who suspect they will never love anyone. watching it rise. Tattoo fingers shy away from me. Voices, voices mesmerize. Voices, voices beckon in the sea. Come, come, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Spoke of a wheel, tip of a spoon, mouth of a cave. I'm a slave, I'm free. When are you coming? Hope you come soon. Fingers, fingers encircling thee. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. My bowels are empty, excreting your soul. What more can I give you? Honey, I don't know. What more can I give you to make this thing grow? Don't turn your back now. Hey, I'm talking to you. Should I pursue a path so twisted? Should I crawl defeated and gifted? Should I go the length of a river? The row, the throw, the cry me a river. Everything I'd done for you. Oh, I give my life for you. Every move I made, I moved to you. And I came like a magnet for you now. What about it? Ain't gonna leave me. What about it? You don't need me. What about it? I can't live without you. What about it? Oh, I never doubted you. What about it? What about it? What about it? Oh, should I pursue a path so twisted? Should I crawl defeated and gifted? Should I go the length of a river? The row, the throw, the cry me a river. What about it? What about it? What about it? Oh, I'm pissing in a river.
That was absolutely sensational. So we have a 10-minute break now, mostly for the artists and Tanisha, but everyone can have a break. So let's call it 1:15. So if we come back at 25 past, is that okay for everyone? Brilliant. Okay, thank you guys so much. See you soon. Hi everyone. I hope you all had a restorative break. Just waiting to see if all the artists are back. Are you guys ready to go? Okay, brilliant. I will get out of the way.
After Audre Lorde, the transformation of language into silence and action. Within the war we are all waging with the forces of death, subtle and otherwise, conscious or not, I am not only a casualty, I am also a warrior. Within the war.
Why is it always war? Why is it not anger? Why does absent blood? Why do I bleed?
We are all waging.
The wages of sin are death. Is it sin? Two people, the same, kissing, the words tender between our bodies?
With the forces of death.
Love, you cannot escape. Love, I cannot escape. We are all weighted, unfortunate.
Subtle.
T is the word. Be bold. You and I, everyone. If courage is action amidst fear, love, have courage.
And otherwise.
Conscious of the damage, we walk through the world, leaving tracks, train tracks, pathways, scoring ground. Please, every contact leaves a trace.
Conscious or not.
Was it a choice? Did I? Chosen one, one's, family, corpus, corpse, core.
I am not.
Or am I? I see you in books, words, ancestors. Write me a song of survival, of people like us.
Only a casualty.
Heals, healing, Achilles heel, causality. Make me something different. I want to live.
I am also a warrior.
Back to back, the first and last remnants of a person. Stand with me, wait us, waiting together.
But I'm reaching my arm as far as I can. Please take my hand. Do you know yourself? Maybe it's time. Just remember who you are. Do you know I care for you? Do you know I care for you? Barely almost exposed, stripped down, empty and cold, unfair to despair, withdrawn, silent, alone. Barely almost exposed, stripped down, empty and cold, unfair to despair, withdrawn, silent, alone. Barely almost exposed, stripped down, empty and cold, unfair to despair, withdrawn, silent, alone.
Bird song. Each winter, convinced that I am dying, the signs point to no. The crow, balanced on my hospital bed, laughs. I do not laugh back. It's how the days curl in on themselves, wincing from cold. They do not wish to be out after dark. And suddenly, my scalp is bleeding. It must be the bird or you. It is hard to tell men from winged demons. You, ponderous, you, slick with oil and rotted fish. Maybe I become a bird myself, gash the scalp of the child who does not wish to be out after dark, who does not wish to become a bird.
You shut it down. Never tell and never claim to, but it won't stop them wondering what you came to. You could have had it all this time. You could have had it made. You had a plan, a friend. If you hadn't been what your shame made you. You said you'd never beg again. There's nothing that could make you. You'd choke on your need before you'd ever believe a need could break you. You wouldn't treat a dog this way, except you were ashamed to, but you did, you'll do, and you're proud to be what your shame made you. Oh, you. inside until it shamed you. At least you'll never beg again. At least that's what you claimed. You thought you were safe, but you know everyone breaks until they break through. You wouldn't treat a dog this way, except now you said it made you. You did, you'll do everything that your shame made you. Oh,
After Paul Monette, from A Love Alone. May it fuel the fire of those on the front line who mean to prevail, and of their friends who stand in the fire with them. We will not be bowed down or erased by this. I learned too well what it means to be a people, learned in the joy of my best friend what all the meaningless horrors cannot take away, that all there is love. Pity us not. May it fuel the fire.
As if smoke could obscure, and ashes, though human and wood, still differ, though a body weighs heavy in ashes, though these words are fuel, though many fires, though we stand in those fires and burning,
Of those on the front lines,
as if sailors in sexy uniforms, as if this were a war, as if the enemy were not there on the radio, blaming, blaming, blaming.
who mean to prevail.
What does it mean to prevail? Darling, we all die anyway, but your words are the fragment that remains.
And of their friends who stand in the fire with them.
And we say friends as if we mean family. We mean family. Standing in the fires, we mean funerals and coffins. Back to ashes, 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 ashes.
We will not
Ashes.
be bowed down or erased by this.
Like a tree, branches weighty with snow, footprints filling as fast as you could tread. You are not gone.
I learned too well.
Many of us did. School, the only way out. Trade on brain. Make the cutting remark first. If they could laugh instead of punch. Sometimes both.
What it means to be a people.
Is this. These little catching moments.
Learned in the joy of my best friend.
Those secret words. When I say friend, and you look, my little friend, my special friend.
What all the meaningless horror cannot take away.
I kiss your face, eyes staring past me. We are graves, or we have been, or we will be. And you have seen
That all there is love.
us here in this moment. Do not touch it, please.
Pity us not.
We have love alone.
You can't fix what's not broken. You can't tell me that I'm broken. I'm not broken. But I'm in pieces. You can build from the pieces something that's stronger than ever before. The easiest way to explain broken is reduced to fragments, like a puzzle that you never get to see the whole picture at any given time. But when something is broken, our instinct is to try and fix it. We all know that sellotape and glue won't hold forever. What if it can't be fixed? What if it is fractured beyond repair? What if the pieces just aren't matching up? It can be anything from a relationship that was ruined because you chose to defend yourself, to your body that people will tell you is incomplete, to your mind that feels mangled because you are dealing with life on a different level, to your soul because your faith will get tested. But in those moments when you are tested, remember that pieces can come together to make something wonderful. You can't tell me that I'm broken. But I'm in pieces. You can build from the pieces something that's stronger than ever before. When you've spent most of your life being told that you are something that needs to be fixed, a part of you starts to believe it. I know what broken feels like. It's isolating, like an abandoned building in the center of the woods with faulty wiring, cracked walls, and a roof wanting to collapse. There are times where you have to demolish things that you know so you can start assembling yourself. You get bits, parts, pieces from your mother and your father, some from friends and family, some from life and living, some in between ex-lovers and finding your soulmate. They all make up a part of you, but at the middle, at your core, you are you. You can't fix what's not broken. You can't tell me that I'm broken. I'm not broken. But I'm in pieces. You can build from the pieces something that's stronger than ever before.
chalk horses. There's a way of loving that dismantles this frozen body, half formed and half the clay. Say, I love. Say, the soil has nurtured me. Mother, be my soil. Come, quiet soul, a way of loving says, take my soil, leave my malformed clay. Build a home, says the deep earth, rich in umber burned. Charcoal sears, says, hey, wildfire's a way of loving me. Ground blackened, and the ferns unfurl so fast, and coiled to survive the flames. In sandy soil the roots are safe. Warm me gently, they beg the earth. The sky is small today from here, but please, there's more for us tomorrow. Make love, says the ground. Strip the turf, carve chalk horses in the soil. They'll last for hundreds of years.
Doesn't matter what everyone else is saying. There's no forgetting what they did. They froze you out. So fuck their intentions. You're gonna make it right. You're getting ready. Sit a minute, think a minute, put it out. Whatever they've heard, they'll know who you are. Show them who you are. You are wall-eyed, wild-eyed, frightened and feral, and your glory is coming for you. Now the moment's right, the moment's ready. Time is wasting, hurry up, you're slowing down. No more excuses. Hold your hands, your nerve, and hold them steady. You're ready now, so make your mother proud. Whatever you do, don't look back and don't back down. Don't let them tell you anything at all. The moment's now. Fuck all their excuses. Just another breath, another minute, then you did it. Your glory's come, you showed them how. They were waiting on you to know who you are. They'll know who you are. You are wall-eyed,
after Gioconda belli, furias paradanthar. I am shed of my fury, dancing naked against the trees, spastic and fluid at once. I let my rage dwell. Now she emerges, monstrous as the moon, your skin. I have found the hurricane in every man who's grasped me. Violent, gentle, passionate, furious. Each has left me sun-scarred, salt-cracked, wind-burnt. I have nourished my fury in glacial fires, empty caves and coves. I have buried it, unpicked from tapestries, only to sew it again. I have spun threads, tangled us in them, bare limb to limb, body to body, seen you, my mirror reflection. One day I will have spent this into dust, dispersed into the hurricane, become one with the skylarks, singing as sirens to welcome you, unwary seafarer.
Color these walls. There's this hotel called Emotion on a street called Life that we have to visit every so often. I take a breath, go in, strut straight to the counter where there's a lady that looks a little like your grandmother just waiting to help you. She says, "Me dear, I can guess which room you are here for." Hands me my key. I go down this corridor, it's as long as I love you to the moon and back. I get to this door and it's grey. But not just any grey, the kind of grey I've been feeling lately. Cause no one has had the time to even check up on me. I walk into this grey room, find a corner that suits me and I take a seat while I let the last bit of colour drain from me. I wanna scream red, cry blue, laugh in the yellow. I just want to color these walls, paint on these walls, cover these walls, color these walls with a thing called hope. I have no idea how long I have been sitting in this corner, trying to feel something more than my eyes blinking or my heart beating. It's time to color these walls with any and every emotion that I have kept buried for all these years. The kind of emotion that storms are made of. I need to try and turn those negative words into art like graffiti against brick walls. Try to be true like freshly washed windows. Call me stained glass so you can see the beauty in my honesty. But like glass, I can be fragile. Please take it easy on me while I scream red, cry blue, laugh in the yellow. I just want to color these walls, paint on these walls, cover these walls, color these walls with a thing called hope. Purple, green, orange. Love myself Giggle, find peace. I just wanna love myself purple. I just wanna giggle till I'm green. I just wanna find peace in the orange. But first I got to scream, rain, cry blue, laugh in the yellow. I just want to color these walls, paint on these walls, cover these walls, color these walls with single hope, color these walls. We did it. We did it.
That was incredible, both of you. Thank you so, so much. And thank you, Tanisha, as well. And thank you also, Charlie and Aisha. Oh my God.
Thank you guys. That was amazing. Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah. You had did you guys have anything you wanted to say quickly or before Aisha wraps it up?
Just a huge thank you to everyone for being there and also for all of the absolutely lovely things in the chat. And I know for me, it was really special to be performing this work again and to be performing with Sienna and Jacqui again, but also that I absolutely loved Tanisha's work here. That was fantastic. Thank you. I really appreciated and enjoyed it creatively. And yeah, thank you all for coming, and thank you so much to Aisha and Charlie for organising and hosting this. It's just been absolutely brilliant.
Thank you guys. It's been such a beautiful way to end this program. I feel absolutely honored. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this, and to everyone who's like watching and has joined us today. It really does mean a lot. It's been an absolute gift to not only work on like this program with Charlie and Jen and Ruben of Resting Up Collective, but to also be able to share space and find Crip joy with all of you. And it's something that we've found not just like within Birmingham or within the country, but also internationally as well. So yeah, this work really resonates, and oh, I'm just so yeah. I don't even know what to say. That was really special, guys. Thank you for that. I'm just gonna like before I sort of wrap things up, I just wanted to, I guess, like make some of you aware of some of the things that are happening. So like this is the final event in the program itself, but the Resting Up Collective team are working on a publication, which yeah, you should all keep an eye out for. Dolly Sen, who previously hosted a workshop for us as part of this program, is also giving away some free zines. So again, like I'll be sure to like share that, just so yeah, you guys can all stay in the loop. And what else was I gonna say? Like I I hope this is an end. I hope this is something that leads to like more stuff, and I just feel oh, thank you guys. That's all I can say at the moment. Charlie, did you want to say anything?
Well, speechless. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we all took a moment to appreciate Tanisha and that amazing BSL. That was unreal. That was so good. I really loved it. Well done. And thank you for all of the interpretation you've been doing. Sorry. I spoke over you.
Sorry, I just wanted to say thank you. That was nice to say. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you guys for doing this. I know you had to like adjust the show a bit for us, so I really appreciate that. And thanks to Aisha for making this whole program happen. It's been amazing, and hopefully there'll be more in the future. Oh, and thank you to everyone who came as well. Okay, shall we sign off?
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Thank you,
Have a
everyone. So much love to you all.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.